And once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Good afternoon, everyone. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back along with you as we get you ready for this fifth place game. It is the 29th game of this tournament, so we only have 3 more games to go after we get this one finished, and this one is the fifth place game between Lincoln and Granite City. And here are your starting lineups for both teams. The Lincoln Rail Splitters will send out Aiden Gowan, a 5'11 sophomore, as well as Elijah Paulus, a 6'3" senior, Tyler Saucy, a 6'5" junior, Jake Biven, a 6'2" junior, as well as Peyton Cook, a 6'5" junior. Granite City will counter with Markel Longstreet, a 6'4" senior, Mark Yarborough, a 5'11 senior, Trayvon Bond, a 5'9 sophomore, Tyreek Thomas, a 5'11 senior, and Tyrese Gross, a 6'7 senior. Taking a look at the team stats overall, after each team has played 3 games. On the offensive side of things, you look on down the list, you will find Lincoln dead last in offense. In their 3 games, they have scored a whopping 89 points, and they have averaged only scoring 29.7 per game. That's Lincoln. Granite City, they're number 11 on that list, 128 points scored. That averages out to 42.7 points per game. And on the defensive side of things, guess who's number 1?
Lincoln.
Come on, you got to know that one by now. Lincoln, they are stingy on the defensive side because they keep the ball on the offensive side for a long time. And Lincoln they've scored 89, they've allowed 89. So they've averaged just giving up 23 points a game. You'll have to go all the way down to 9th on the list of the 16 schools to find Granite City. They have allowed only 47.7 points per game. So this one should be a fun one to watch as these 2 teams get ready to go. And we are about ready to go with the 29th game. I know we haven't done all 29, but it certainly feels like it.
Yeah, I mean, we've done, this is probably, I think I went through and checked it. We did
8 the first day.
Yeah, we did. Well, by the end of it, we've done 23. We'll do 23 of the 32 games. So this is this might be game number 29 for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lineup's being announced here by Jim Seco over the PA system. Glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network. This is our last game until we have a dinner break. This game's scheduled to tip off at 1:30. It'll be more like 1:42 by the time we get it tipped off. And then we have the next game, which is the Consolation Championship at 4:30 between Altoff and Rockford East. That'll take us to the 3rd place game at 6 p.m. between Quincy and host Collinsville. And the championship game scheduled for a 7:30 tip-off between MacArthur High School out of Decatur, Illinois, and O'Fallon, Illinois. Well, we're about ready to go. Lincoln on the floor. They are the home team in this one. They're wearing the home whites, trimmed a little red on the bottom of the shorts, green down the sides, and green around the collars. Numbers are in dark green, and the word Lincoln written across the fronts of their jerseys. And the Granite City Warriors are the team dressed in black. They have red down one side of the shorts, gray down the other side, and the word Granite City written across the fronts of their jerseys. First shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Lincoln, and we are underway here in the 5th place game. And almost a turnover, but able to keep it over there for Lincoln was Gowan. Gowan gets it over to Paulus, and Paulus works it up inside now for Cook. Back outside we go, and it ends up with Gowan once again. Over to Saucy in front of the Granite City bench. Deep inside the corner now for Paulus. Paulus spins, and just outside the lane has to give it up, and he does so to Biven. Biven throws the ball all the way out front for Saucy. And Saucy dribbles back to the midcourt stripe. Granite City is trying to really force Lincoln to do something with her. They're not going to be content with all this outside passing. You can tell that right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely looking to, get out and pressure Lincoln man-to-man. As a three-pointer off there by Saucy. And
that one's out of bounds and off of a Lincoln player. Out of bounds it goes, and Yarborough will inbound for Granite City as the Warriors look to score first.
And even with all that pressure, Lincoln still ran a minute off the clock. Tells you how disciplined with their ball handling.
Disciplined, very good clock management. Three-point shot from the corner. Won't hit the mark off of the hands of Longstreet, and that ball ends up out of bounds, and we'll switch directions again as Paulus will end up inbounding underneath the Granite City basket.
You see Coach Sackmaster in Rockford East gathered in the north bleachers here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Behind the camera, from your point of view, we'll have a foul on Bond there. That'll be the first foul of the game.
Man, I had to quickly shove a slice of pizza down the gullet to get myself something to eat, and got something caught in my teeth. It's all out now, just in case you were wondering. I know that's personal information, probably in a need-to-know basis, and you didn't need to know. Here is Paulus out front. Gives it up to Gowan, back to Paulus. Paulus being watched closely there by Longstreet. Into the corner it goes, and that's Cook. Kicks it out of the corner and back out front for Saucy. And underneath the basket, no room to move there, so they kick it back outside, and we're still looking for our first score. In the corner, goes to Saucy. Outside to Biven. Biven back to Saucy. Out front now for Gowan.
See Granite City make some substitutions at the next stoppage, but that may be a while.
Oh, could be. Could be the end of the quarter.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either. It was over-exaggeration on my part for effect. A shot that goes over the basket, and still no points scored in this game. And here comes Bond, and Bond will make sure that is not set anymore. So Bond gets the scoring started for the Warriors. They're up 2-0. Loose ball picked up by Yarborough. He gets it on up, and a little stutter step later, and a whistle on as Tariq Thomas enters the zone. And looks like we're going to have a timeout called here right off the bat, as Coach Neil Alexander not happy with what he sees from his team, so we will take a timeout as well. And
30.
Okay, I was waiting to find out what somebody was going to say here on the time on that. So we'll be back in just about 30 seconds on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Inbound pass being triggered by Granite City. They have a 2-0 lead here early on. Just outside the lane it goes. One bounce of the ball and up and not in off of the hands of Tyrese Gross. Gross is the key to anything that Granite City wants to do, and he needs to stay out of foul trouble if they want to accomplish it.
Yeah, that's something that he struggled with at times during the tournament so far, and he's doesn't have an easy matchup guarding Cook.
No, I was going to say the same thing. Took the words right out of my mouth there, dude.
We'll have a foul on one of the Granite City players.
4:57 left to play here in this opening quarter. A very low-scoring affair, as you would figure the case would be when you're playing Lincoln. Three-point shot for Paulus goes over everything. Picked up loose ball on the other side by Granite City, and the Warriors move it up. Here is Thomas. Thomas hop, skip, and a jump into the lane. Kicks it back outside, and Longstreet with a shot that won't fall. Rebound still being contested for. It's on the ground. Jump ball going to be called.
Yes.
And yes, it is.
Possession arrow in favor of Lincoln. Coach Moore quite animated.
Gives the old slap to the rear end to Tyreek Thomas. Get out there. Do what I tell you. Brady O'Neill down at the other end, cleaning up the sweat.
He switched.
Yep, down at this end is the younger Roseman.
He's made a deal earlier to switch ends for the Lincoln game.
He wanted to be down toward the Lincoln bench, did Brady O'Neill. And here is Paulus at the midcourt stripe. He is being hassled over there by Origgins. And they get the ball into the hands of Biven. Biven gets it over to Gowan. Gowan puts it into the perimeter and then backs it back out. And Biven with it. He dribbles and underneath the basket. Reverse layup good for Mr. Peyton Cook. And we are tied at 2. It took almost a half a quarter for Lincoln to get on the board.
That's not a problem.
I know.
The
know.
The way they play defense, they could not score in the first quarter, and they'd probably be all right.
And the ball comes out front now for Granite City, and Thomas into the corner now for Longstreet. Longstreet dumps it off inside for Gross, and a foul on Gross, against Gross, I should say. And the first foul of the game belongs to Lincoln, and that first foul will belong to Biven.
As Yarborough, Bond, and Boyer enter for Granite City, as Thomas, Brown, and Gross head to the bench.
Yarborough and Bond started this game, so they're coming back in. And the inbound pass is brought in and kicked back out to Bond. Now to Yarborough. Yarborough at the top of the key has that ball tipped out of bounds. Stays with Granite City. 3:45 left to play here in this opening quarter of the 5th place game.
Yeah, that's the one thing about Lincoln. Nice and quick game.
That they do. And Bond for three wouldn't fall. And the rebound hauled down by Saucy. He'll give it up to Paulus. Paulus runs the quarterbacking option on this team, gets it over to Cook. Cook on the near side sideline, back over to Biven. Biven dribbles and drives in the paint. Yarborough shatters him the whole way, but Biven makes it count. And it's a 4-2 lead by Lincoln.
That's something that Jake Biven definitely has the capability to do, is Lincoln will get a steal.
That's a big-time turnover. Paulus comes in and a rebound, a bank off of the backboard. And it's 6-2. Here is Yarborough. Streaks up the sideline.
Good hard.
And almost got a
hard screen set by Boyer there. As
Yep. And there's a turnover by Granite City.
Riggins couldn't handle it, and they'll bring Thomas in immediately as Mr. Three-Pointer himself, Camden Nelson, will enter. And we'll see Octavio Huerta enter for the Warriors as well.
2:59 left to play here in this first quarter. Inbound pass. Triggered by Sauce to Biven. And Biven pulls up, gives it up to Paulus across the line. Paulus at the top of the key, moves it over to the wing for Cook. Cook back out front, Nelson. Whoa, that one almost was picked off, but that's some nice ball movement there, as we're used to seeing Lincoln doing, and that's how you turn that ball movement into 2 points. 8-2, 6-point lead for Lincoln.
Yeah, just slipped around Boyer there. I mean, Cook will make that shot all night if you leave it for him.
Granite City in the paint, kicks it back out and into the corner. A shot taken, and nothing doing on the three-point shot there by Markel Longstreet. He was knocked down in the process, but no call. And the Lincoln Railers get it over here to Cook. Cook out front now for Biven. Biven dribbles, drives, and gets past Yarborough again, but this time he couldn't turn it into 2 points. And the rebound belongs to Longstreet. He brings it back up, and a three-point try on the way. And that misses the mark from the hands of Tyreek Thomas. Rebound belongs to Lincoln. Under 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Here comes Lincoln, and that is Paulus.
It actually, pace of play has increased a little bit, and actually looks like it's favoring Lincoln more than Granite City, which is a little surprising.
Paulus comes in, rolls running off the rim, and a whistle on the play as well, and a foul is going to be handed out, and this one is going to belong to Markel Longstreet.
We'll see.
Gross comes back in for Granite City.
We'll see Hayes enter the game for the first time for Lincoln, as well as Jaden Klopp making an early appearance, as Cook will have a bit of a rest.
Aiden Gowan checks back in as well for the Railers. At the free throw line, it is Mr. Paulus, and he did not have a free throw attempt in the win over Madison.
Wasn't much offense in that game.
No, there's only 24 points scored by Lincoln. You would expect not a lot of them came from the free throw line. Into the corner, Yarborough for three, and no one can hit a three-point bucket right now. 11-2, Railers have the lead. They are from Lincoln, Illinois, battling Granite City.
About halfway between Springfield and Bloomington, about 2 hours or so up Interstate 55 from Collinsville.
Somewhere around there. Only had to make the trip once for the football game a couple of years ago. And another Yarborough three-point try, and that one misses the mark as well. And it is Drew Hayes that pulls down the rebound for Lincoln. Gives it up to Paulus. Paulus over here on the wing for Gowan, gets it right back. Now it finds the hands of Klopp. Klopp, a bounce pass into Hayes. And a pass intended back for Klopp is picked off by Yarborough, and Yarborough will have an easy transition for 2 points, and that's a first bucket since the opening bucket of the game by Granite City, and that even took about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's really good play recognition by Yarborough. Lincoln will run that sort of action quite often, and there's a three-pointer by Nelson just off back rim, but Hayes will get the rebound.
Nelson, as Mr. Roseman mentioned, the three-point specialist on this Lincoln team, but he missed his first opportunity there. He gets it back over in the corner in front of the Granite City bench. And one dribble, he picks it up, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Granite City, and Thomas dumps it off and gives it to Darren Stevens. He played the husband in Bewitched. Just kidding. There's only a handful of folks listening that'll get that joke. Bewitched is before everybody's time.
Oh. Wasn't there a new Bewitched? Like a newer Bewitched?
Oh, there was a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but, you know, Darren Stevens was back in the day of the 1960s sitcom.
All right.
He was the husband, one of 2 husbands in that show. They were both named Darren. And here we go back to action.
That's Coach Alexander barks out Michigan.
Michigan. Is that like Omaha?
Yeah, that's the play call. Backdoor for Paulus.
And Paulus is going to do the reverse layup, and a foul will send Paulus to the free throw line, and he'll go back there for the second time here in this game. 1.9 seconds left here in this first quarter.
Foul on Tristan Riggins for the Warriors, and that's the 5th team foul, while the Railers only have 1.
And the first one made by Paulus will give his team an even 12, and that means that they lead by 6 in a 12-6 contest.
I think these are new uniforms for Lincoln. I don't know that they've worn this specific set before. They have a couple that they use, but
and they're going to get that shot off, and that one was a little close, but a little late in the process after 1 quarter of play. 13-6 in favor of Lincoln. Quarter number 2 comes your way next on the K-Hawk Sports Network. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former K-Hawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Todd Duke, Zach Roseman back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville. And we have a 13-6 game after 1 quarter of play. Lincoln has the lead. Granite City has the ball. They'll kick it out front and over onto the wing, now into the corner. Granite City moving the ball around, and Gross just outside the lane pops for 2. 13-8.
I don't know that there's a team in the tournament that can guard that shot from Gross. If he's hitting that, he's almost impossible to guard.
There is Polis. He'll drive and he'll use the fingertip roll. Nope, they're going to call it a charge. Polis comes away shaking his head. No, he doesn't believe it.
But foul's on him.
Well, his first, team's second. Inbound pass coming up underneath the basket here by Bond. And Bond gets the ball right back, moves it up court. Gives it up for Riggins. Riggins back to Bond. Bond at the top of the key. That's way off the mark, and that's out of bounds, despite the effort by Gross.
I'm not sure if that was a shot or maybe an attempted lob.
I don't know either.
Gross.
But at any rate, it missed on both ends.
Yeah.
It was a bad lob or a bad three-point shot, whatever way you want to look at it. The lob was perfect, but there wasn't anybody there to take care of it. Now we're going to head back the other way.
And the Granite City pressure will force a turnover, as we'll see Thomas re-enter, as well as Yarborough, as
Mr. Alexander not very happy down there.
as we'll see Johnny Smith, who got a little bit of playing time there, and Riggins head in.
Here is Yarborough. Yarborough out front, and around the horn it goes, and back out for Thomas. Now to Gross. Gross just outside the lane, trying to back his way in. No room. He lost the ball while he was trying, and it's picked up by Gowan and given to Paulus. 13-8. Lincoln wants to add on to that lead. Paulus comes around over on the left side, gives to Cook. Cook, a bounce pass into the perimeter for Saucy, and into the corner for Nelson, and for 3, and he is 0 for 2 now, is Camden Nelson.
Yeah, rebound there by Brown. We're going to get Gowan or Cook on a foul. They're going to give it to Gowan, as we'll see Bivin re-enter, as Nelson will head to the bench.
Assistant coaches down there talking to Gerard Moore, Keith Boyd, Brandon Owens, Steve Rustio. I know that last name.
He was the, I think he was the head coach at Granite City for.
He was for a little while.
For a few years. Yarborough hit a pull-up jumper.
So, Granite City's gotten this game to within 3. Back out to midcourt, Saucy over to Gowan. Gowan into the corner now for Paulus. Paulus will kick it back outside for Bivin, and Bivin nowhere to go, so back to Paulus it goes. 6:10 left to play here in this second quarter. 3-point contest. Lincoln up 13-10, and they lose control of the ball, but a foul is going to be called, and this one's going to go against Yarborough.
Yeah. Well, that's the 16th foul for the Warriors, so Warriors will be in the bonus as Coach Alexander barks out another play call. I'll bring it out to Bivin.
Oh, he will not.
Yeah, great play by Thomas.
Thomas, you ain't kidding there, man. He read that one the whole way and turns it into 2 points, and it's a 1-point contest now. 13-12 in favor of Lincoln. Granite City's feeling it a little bit here.
Yeah, just Lincoln haven't quite hit as many shots. I mean, they're running their sets well, as they always do, but just not a lot of great looks against this pressure defense from Granite City.
Over to Paulus on the left wing. Now back out to the middle for Gowan. Into the corner for Bivin. Bivin drives into the paint, turns around, takes a shot off the glass, and gets 2 points for it. 15-12. 3-point lead back for Lincoln. 5.5 to go here in this second quarter, and here is Thomas.
And see Bond re-enter for Granite City at the next opportunity.
Out front now for Riggins. Riggins will stand there with the ball on his hip for a minute. And then he'll give it up to Thomas. Thomas. Oh, mama. Cramp.
Ow. And they're going to be patient against this zone.
I am good. I had a cramp. My voice is fine. Got a cramp in the thigh, though.
How's KHOC Nation doing?
KHOC Nation's doing just fine. We are doing very well, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Athletic Director Clay Smith stopping by to check on us. I'm a little biased, but I think he's probably the best athletic director I've ever been associated with.
Yeah, there are a number of very good athletic directors in this neck of the woods, and again, I'm probably a little biased, but I think Clay Smith's up there with the best.
4:42 left to play here in this second quarter, 15-12 in favor of the Lincoln Railers. This has been a little bit more high scoring of a first half than I thought it was going to be, actually.
Yeah, Lincoln being able to run their offense a little more effectively as Yarborough. You know, if Lincoln can run like 3 minutes off if they want to. But
Granite City's not letting them.
Yeah, I mean, Granite City are going to get out
plan.
and pressure them, and Lincoln are hitting their shots more. I mean, well, I guess with the exception of Nelson.
They'll probably wear down Granite City, though. They're not used to all this, putting all this pressure on right off the get-go, and they're dealing with it just fine. Here's a ball that gets away. Bond comes in off the glass, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes all the way out for Riggins, and then he tries to save it, and Paulus volleyballed it right back into his bench.
We'll see Hayes re-enter as Saucy will have another break.
Halfway through the second quarter, 15-14, 1-point game.
Yeah, nice, moving along at a nice brisk pace. Started at about, I don't know,
142.
Yeah, about 142, and here we are just shy of 2 o'clock. We're already in the middle of the second quarter. Might be done by, right, we might be done by 2:30.
You mean we might have like a 90-minute lunch break? 2-hour lunch break?
Well, I don't.
Not that much.
Well, I mean, I guess the expectation.
That would be a lunch break. That would be a lunch break and a nap.
Nap doesn't sound horrendous.
I love naps.
There isn't a great spot to sleep in the gym, though.
Well, I usually get off work at about 2:20 every day, and I go home and let the dogs out, and by the time that happens, it's about 2:40, and I take a nap till about 3. Only needs 20 minutes, man. A little cat nap, a little power nap, and you're good.
Yeah.
Love naps. My dad was a big proponent of naps back in the day, too. That's probably where I get it from.
You take a nice 40-minute nap in the afternoon.
It's an energizer booster, man.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about going through a whole sleep cycle, so you don't wake up feeling groggy. And
my daughter says I'm taking a nap, and she'll wake up 5 hours later. I'm like, that wasn't a nap. That was almost a half a night's sleep.
Well, I can't say that I haven't been there.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's back in my teenage days, I slept a lot, too, but you get older, and that goes away a little bit. There's a dribble drive, and Biven couldn't connect, and the rebound belongs to Cook, and he does connect. 17-14, 3 minutes to go, and it's a 3-point lead by Lincoln. Here come the Granite City Warriors trying to get a little closer. Into the corner it goes, and Gross couldn't handle the pass, but it's knocked out of bounds by Cook, and Granite City will get to keep it.
See Johnny Smith come back into the game. Hasn't really gotten a lot of playing time, but getting plenty of it here for Granite City. Do you remember calling his name?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering. I'm like, he hasn't really gotten a lot of playing time, and here he is, and he's played quite a bit, and he's going to airball a three-pointer.
Tried the three-pointer, but here is Gross underneath getting fouled.
That'll be on Cook or Paulus, and oh no, that wasn't Paulus. That was Biven. Excuse me. And that's his second. And
each team now with 6 fouls.
Yeah, that's a couple fouls in a row for Lincoln.
2:42 left in this second quarter, so the next foul by each team will mean free throw participants. And the inbound pass comes into Gross. The power move into the paint, takes the shot, one side of the rim to the other, no good. And Cook ends up with the rebound, up to Paulus. Paulus brings the ball up with a 3-point lead for his team, the Lincoln Rail Splitters, also known as the Railers. Over to Paulus. Paulus on the left wing. Picks up his dribble and gives to Biven. Biven back over to Paulus, now into the corner for Cook. Cook hasn't dribbled yet, so he could have gotten out of there with that. And now over to Paulus at the midcourt logo. He dribbles his way out of that. Oh man, I tell you what, if that would have been a clean pass, that would have been a nice give and go. And Hayes kind of bobbled the ball a little bit, and now a
timeout taken by Coach Alexander.
That's right.
That sort of backdoor cut play after the feed in the high post, that's been in Coach Alexander's playbook for probably most of the 30 years he's been coaching at Lincoln.
30-second timeout on the floor. We'll be back in just about that time on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Though.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 1 second below the 2-minute mark left here in this quarter, and the pass comes out to Paulus. Paulus back at midcourt. Gives it up now for Nelson. Nelson came in, tried a couple of 3-point shots, couldn't hit anything. He went back to the bench until just now.
Let's see.
Here he is in the corner for 3, and he's still a little short.
Yeah, just a little bit off today, as we'll see Jalen Conway with the ball into the game for the Rail Splitters.
And a Paulus drive, didn't finish up with a 2-point shot. Now Gross, he has an opportunity to bank it off the glass for 2, and that's exactly what he does. And Granite City once again is back to within a point. They've been back to within a point twice now and couldn't manage to take the lead. They'll try it again here. Here is Nelson first for Lincoln. And out front it goes, and then it ends up into the hands of Paulus again. Over to Nelson. Nelson out front for Cook. Runs it over to Paulus. Paulus in the paint, spins, takes a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound put up and back in. Nicely done by Drew Hayes.
And Coach Moore will take a timeout, and it will be a
30-second timeout. So we'll be back in a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
.6 seconds to go. I hear there's going to be some hockey played in town tonight. Blues taking on the Edmonton Oilers, and not only that, but David Perron, Jordan Kyrou, Robert Thomas, all activated off the injured reserve list, so that's nice.
The IR list or the COVID list? Or
the IR list. They were all hurt.
Oh, man.
Perron had a concussion. Thomas, I believe, had a injured wrist. They never tell you. It's always upper body or lower body injuries in the hockey. So nice to see the Blues back in action after about a week off, and we'll miss all of it because we'll be here. That's okay, though. I know where I'll be Saturday for the Winter Classic, sitting in the comfort of my own basement in my easy chair, watching the legs kicked up.
Watching Chad Burgess freeze.
Yeah, I'll be thinking of Chad Burgess, but I won't be thinking of him too much.
Yeah,
because he'll be freezing and I won't be, but he'll be there live. Target Field in Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Home of the Twins in the warmer days.
And home of the Wild for one day.
Yeah.
And up under the board, a putback. That was scored there by Tristan Riggins. Riggins gets his first points of this game. Warriors again back to within one. Couple of seconds left. Into the corner. Camden for a three-pointer, and he finally hits one. And he does so at the buzzer and gives his team a 22-18 lead as the teams head to the locker rooms for halftime. That's a nice ending to the first half. What does the second half have in store for us? We'll find out here in just a couple of minutes on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA storage team, GASA storage at gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville K-Hawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from K-Hawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former K-Hawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville K-Hawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, halftime, 22-18 in favor of Lincoln. Here's a look at your first half stats. Nobody into double digits yet. Closest one we have is on Lincoln. That's Elijah Polis. He has 7 points, 6 points for Peyton Cook, 4 for Jake Biven, 3 for Camden Nelson on that last second three-pointer at the buzzer. And Drew Hayes has 2. Leading scorer for Granite City is Mark Yarborough. He has 6. 4 points belongs to Tyrese Grove, and 2 points apiece for Trayvon Bond, Tyreek Thomas, Tristan Riggins, and Johnny Smith. From the lines, Granite City is 0 for 10 from the three-point stripe, and the only three-pointer that Lincoln got in that first half was the one at the buzzer by Nelson. They are 1 of 6 at the free throw line. Granite City did not make it to the free throw line in the first half, and Lincoln did, and they hit all 3 of their shots. Matter of fact, all 3 came in from Elijah Polis. He went 3 for 3. Rebound story, Lincoln out-rebounding Granite City 17-10, and the turnovers, Lincoln has turned the ball over 7 times compared to Granite City's 3 times. It was 13-6 Lincoln after 1 quarter of play. Then you almost reversed that. Granite City outscores Lincoln 12-9 in the second quarter, and that's where we are right now. You add those up, and it equals 22 for Lincoln and 18 for Granite City. Second half action of this 5th place game between Lincoln and Granite City comes your way next on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a K-Hawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' K-Hawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the K-Hawk Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the K-Hawk Sports Network and KHawkSports.com. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud K-Hawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Second half action underway here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Welcome back. Todd Duke with you. Zach Roseman on the other microphone. We're underway here in quarter number 3. Lincoln has a 22-18 lead, trying to add to it right off the bat, and they get their own rebound, so they'll go back to the attack. Here is Polis over into the corner for Cook. Back out front for Saucy. Over to Gowan. Into the corner for Biven. Lincoln travels into the perimeter, and Biven just outside the lane, throws it back outside. And Gowan in the corner, shoves it back out onto the wing, and we'll start all over again. And around the perimeter, now Lincoln doing that thing that Lincoln usually does. Granite City provides a little bit of pressure, and underneath the basket, nice feed back door as Cook came flying down the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, nice solid play. Lincoln doing what Lincoln do. They're going to work the ball around, take a pretty good chunk of time off the clock, and they're going to get a good shot.
Here is a three-point try, and that skips across the rim off of the hands of Longstreet, and then a whistle will follow right after the rebound.
I think they'll get Cook for the foul on Gross there.
Ooh. Microphone hits the rail.
Yep.
Trying to lean over to see things, and every once in a while the microphone will hit the top rail here on the balcony. Just underway here in this third quarter, and at the free throw line for the first time, a Granite City player, and that is Gross. And Gross, during the win over Mundelein at the free throw line, did he not have any? Why is he not on here?
He definitely played.
He's not. Oh, there he is. Oh, they have him down as Grove.
Oh.
That's why he didn't make a free throw in that game. I'm like looking for Gross, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, Grove. Okay, that's it.
Now, which one is right? Is it actually Grove or is it Gross?
I think it's Gross. I had the Granite City because I've done a Granite City game already this year, and I got their roster. Let's hope. I don't know. Somebody would tell us if we were wrong, right?
Yep, and they're going to get
You'd think.
They're going to get a foul.
What does it say in the program here?
I think
Gross.
Yeah, it says Gross in the program.
Inbound pass triggered from Bond. All the way out, and that, I can't believe that wasn't a foul. Well, I tell you what, that was a hip check in midair. Applied there by Gowan. And they didn't call anything. Let them play. Why not? 24-21, still a 3-point game. Anybody thought for a second that this was going to be an easy win for Lincoln, you were sadly mistaken. Here is a shot by Lincoln that goes all the way over the rim and headmanned all the way up. And off the glass, an easy 2 points there for Longstreet. Back to a 1-point game, 24-23, Lincoln in the lead. Nelson sits over at the scorer's table ready to come in at the next opportunity. And here is Cook, and get that out of here, Gross. And I can't believe Gross got called for a foul on that. Looked like he went up there and got all ball.
Maybe they're going to get, they're going to call like a push. I don't know about that one, but.
I don't know either. I didn't see anything that was
going
to constitute a foul.
Good for Granite City. That is just his first foul, but it's not good to put Cook at the free throw line because he's pretty good at this.
Yeah, he's not bad. Polis was the only one to make it onto the free throw line for Lincoln in the first half, and Peyton Cook went 1 for 2 in the win over Madison yesterday.
Nobody from Lincoln on the free throw percentage list, which is interesting. But
Cook misses the second one, so it's a 2-point lead. Granite City can tie this game up or take their first lead, and they're going to try to take the lead on a 3-point shot. That skips across the rim, and Polis is there with the rebound for Lincoln. And Polis turns, spins, gives it up to Gowan. Gowan almost fell out of bounds and threw the ball up for grabs, and Polis was there to get it, so he avoided the turnover. And now Polis will take it out of that right-hand corner, bring it around to the top of the key, and over onto the left side for Nelson. Nelson with a big three-pointer at the buzzer to end the second half, or in the first half, excuse me. At the free throw line, dumped off to Cook, back outside for Nelson. He'll launch another three, and he'll drain that one as well. After missing the first 2 3-point shots of the first half, he's made his last 2.
Well, I mean,
it was only a matter of time, right?
Yeah, I mean, coming from the line that he comes from, of course, the brother of Jordan Nelson, who is a legend in Lincoln. Yeah, to have that be, yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense that he shoots the ball as well as he does.
5-point lead now for Lincoln, 28-23. Just under 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Back at the midcourt logo area with the ball, and it is Thomas. Thomas hands the ball off to Gross, who gives it up, and then back over to Yarborough it goes. Yarborough dribbles and drives, and underneath for Gross, off the glass, no good, but Gross will head to the line for 2, and they might get Cook on that one.
A little bit of a late foul call, and I think you're right.
It is.
That's 2 on Cook. Maybe sign of a little bit of concern, especially if he gets another one, you might be a little worried, but 2 should be all right.
And there's another free throw for Mr. Gross.
Yeah, gets a lot of arc on it, but
he does.
He shoots a decent percentage, so not going to knock it.
4-point lead, and it stays a 4-point lead, and Cook, who committed the foul to put Gross on the line, gets the rebound. Here is Polis. Polis brings it up the far sideline. Then he just abruptly stops right in front of the scorer's table, gives it up to Cook. Cook on the wing. Back to Polis. 4:15 left to play here in this third quarter. Back onto the wing for Cook. He'll dump it off for Saucy. Into the corner for Nelson for 3. And boy, oh boy, he got hot all of a sudden. Another three-pointer for Nelson, 2 in a row. Well, actually 3 in a row, 2 to start this half. And I think Coach Moore has seen enough of Nelson's three-pointers. They're going to try to find something to do about that. And he calls a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So we'll be back here in just about that time on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
Halfway through quarter number 3, 31-24. Lincoln extends their lead. A couple of big three-point shots by Camden Nelson has helped. And the Granite City Warriors will bring the ball up, looking to get some of that back. Over into the wing, it goes to Riggins. Riggins gets it over this way for Longstreet, and back to the near side sideline for Thomas. Thomas gives it back to Longstreet. And then Thomas tells Longstreet, come get the ball. Back over to Thomas. And then back over to Longstreet. He'll launch a three from the left wing, and that one misses everything, but luckily for Thomas, it hits the hands of his teammate. Now Gross with the rebound. He puts it up, still won't go in. And this rebound belongs to Lincoln and Drew Hayes.
Kind of surprised there wasn't a foul called there.
Yeah. Bodies and body parts flying all underneath that basket. No whistle. I like it that way. 3:05 left to play here in this third quarter. And Cook underneath the basket. Ball is loose, and it'll stay with Lincoln. Now. Can't criticize the refs.
As Johnny Smith will re-enter for the Warriors.
Inbound pass will be triggered by Camden Nelson. Nelson does so, and a dribble and a bounce later. It's into the hands of Polis. Polis dribbles and drives. Kicks it out over onto the wing for Hayes, and Hayes gives it back. Gowan on the run, and count the bucket and the bruise.
They're going to give the foul to Brown, I think. Yeah, and that's his second. Second for the Warriors, and Gowan will head to the free throw line for...
Trying to make it a 10-point game now. This was just a 1-point game, what, about 2 minutes ago?
Yeah. But he'll miss it.
He will, so it stays a 9-point game, and they'll get the ball into the hands of Riggins. Granite City would like to chew some of that 9 points away since they were only trailing by 1 just a little while ago.
Yeah, great, some solid, I mean, typical, very good halftime adjustments made by Coach Alexander and the Lincoln coach and the rest of the Lincoln coaching staff.
Bounce pass over on the wing, and that is Johnny Smith. Now out front it goes to Riggins. Riggins backs up towards the scorer's table, reverses direction, heads forward, and gives to Smith, who then gives to Longstreet. Longstreet, after a pass back, gives it right back to Riggins. Riggins on that left wing, and a head fake, no look pass, and Johnny Smith hits a three-pointer, and that was a much-needed three-pointer for Granite City, as they now trail by 6. Looks a lot better than trailing by 9, doesn't it?
Of course.
Hayes kicks it off into the corner. Camden Nelson, you know, they're not going to leave him free over there in that corner anymore. They're going to be telling Mario Brown Jr., you are on Nelson all the time. And he almost got away with one, and then Nelson pops for it from two-point land, and it won't fall. And then a headlong pass down here. And look at Mr. Johnny Smith with 5 points back-to-back.
That'll give him 7 on the night, but here comes Polis.
And he'll get some of that right back. 35-29, back to a 6-point contest. 1:05 left to play here in this third quarter. And a pickup by Riggins on the dribble, and they'll work it up inside and then back outside once again for Smith. Smith over to Riggins at the free throw line. Riggins off the glass, uses a little bit of the rim, gets it to fall. Back to a 4-point contest. 45 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Granite City not going anywhere. They're making a complete game out of this. And just when they get a little closer, the Railers find a way to extend their lead a little bit, but Granite City not going away. Into the corner for Nelson. Works it up inside. Cook, turn around, tried to get past Gross and barely did, and then the ball comes back out to Nelson. Here's a three-point shot, and that one hits nothing but net for Aiden Gowan.
Gowan with 5 points now. Solid day for him.
Back to a 7-point lead for Lincoln. Here is Riggins. Riggins into the perimeter, dumps it off to Brown, and Brown kicks it off back outside for Johnny Smith. This time it won't fall right before the buzzer, 38-31. We go to the fourth quarter here in this fifth-place game. 7-point lead for the Lincoln Railers. And we're back in just a moment here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has...
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Those 15-second commercials go by pretty quick. They go by in about 15 seconds, and I'm usually not ready for it.
What do you know?
I know. I try to keep it to a minimum. That way nobody asks anything of me. That's how much I know. I know this much. It's a 7-point game. Lincoln has the lead. Granite City has the ball, looking to dent that 7-point lead. Gross turnaround shot. Rolls over the rim. No good. And a foul is going to be called against Drew Hayes, just as Longstreet was going up to put that ball back in there.
That's his second foul, as Coach Moore will instruct Riggins and Thomas on something.
Not a lot of fouls in this game, that's for sure, but we kind of expected that anyway. Here is Longstreet, who went 5 for 5 from the free throw line in yesterday's win over Mundelein.
It's the first one here. He had a good game yesterday against Mundelein.
Yeah, that was the game you did the play-by-play for.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I saw your proud mama post something on Facebook about that.
Yeah.
Did a good job. You have a future in this if you want it. Maybe by the time you graduate, I'll be ready to sell it.
No.
Who knows? That's a long ways away.
Yeah, that's a ways away.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Here is Lincoln. A 5-point lead. They give it out front, and they give it to Bivin, and Bivin gives it up to Cook. Cook spins in the paint, and then they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a travel because he definitely moved his feet.
I think they're going to get Gross on the foul. Or call the foul, definitely. And oh, no, they're going to give it to Riggins. All right.
They are. I didn't even see anybody come up to the table and make any hand gestures. How'd they know who did it?
I guess it was just one of those things where the ref didn't want to bother.
Was it given?
He was just like, all right, 0.
Yeah,
whatever. That'll happen sometimes. The refs just want to not have a massive stoppage in play. Oh, there you go. Nice drive by Cook.
Yeah, that or he didn't want to walk all the way to the scorer's table.
Yeah. Refs are human, too.
Well, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're going to get Longstreet with a foul there.
And to the free throw line will be Cook.
That's a little worrisome, as that's, well, I guess not too worrisome at this point in the game, but that is 3 fouls on Longstreet.
Cook 1 for 2 in yesterday's win over Madison. And that one's off to the left, or the right, excuse me. Your military right. Lincoln has a 5-point lead. Cook trying to make it 6. Box out, and another miss. Granite City with the rebound, trying to dig into that 5-point lead. Warriors bring it up. Here is Riggins. Riggins dumps it outside the lane to Gross. Gross across the way for Smith, and then outside it goes to Longstreet. Back to Smith. Bounce pass back to Longstreet. Now back out in the front of the perimeter for Thomas. Thomas bounces it over to Riggins. Riggins, again, dumps it outside the lane for jumper, and a fadeaway at that for Gross. And back to a 3-point lead for Lincoln.
Yeah, Granite City, as we've talked about already, sticking around.
Yes, they are.
I haven't been able to get a lead lately.
Hey, when we did the Collinsville game at Granite City earlier in the year, Granite City gave Collinsville fits as well.
Yeah, they're
really tough to beat at home.
Yeah, Granite City is a tough place to play, and it's a solid team anywhere.
Yeah, it is.
Like this is, I mean,
into
this
the corner, and Paulus can't hit, but Paulus, excuse me. Rebound belongs to Drew Hayes. He puts it up, and Lincoln becomes the first team to hit 40 points. And it's a 5-point lead and a timeout called by Granite City. This is a full timeout, so we will step aside for that long. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
Design and construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Big thank you to Prairie Farms following their 30-second commercial ad. And we couldn't do this tournament without them. And we are happy that they have decided to pick up this tournament after Schnucks decided to bow out after all those years. So we love Prairie Farms, we love their products. I'm sure you have something in your house that says Prairie Farms on it. And if you don't, well, you need to make a trip to the grocery store, and now we're going to have a foul called and a jump ball, excuse me.
Possession in favor of Lincoln.
So Railers will get the ball back, much to the chagrin of Coach Gerard Moore and his Granite City team, because they wanted to dent that 5-point lead. Yeah, we have 5.5 to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, to kind of continue the conversation we had before we went to break, you know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this Granite City does have a few losses, but they're a solid team.
Whoa! Man, there's bodies flying everywhere. No whistles to be found, and Gross is down on the ground. It looks like he might have taken a knee to the hip, and he is in some pain over there underneath the basket.
There's a foul called on Hayes.
Well, he's holding his right wrist is actually what he's holding. I thought he was holding his hip with that wrist, but he's actually holding that right arm down. He's in a little bit of pain. That's not Gross. That is Longstreet.
Yeah, Gross.
Gross got hurt yesterday.
Yeah, Gross had some shoulder issues, if I remember correctly, yesterday. But looks like Longstreet's all right, wearing those distinct salmon pink shoes.
Hayes guilty of the foul that sends Longstreet up to the free throw line. And Longstreet misses the first one. Sore wrist and all. Takes a deep breath. Couple of bounces at the line, bends at the knees, and that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah,
if you do that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to hit a good free throw. But when you go up there and rush and don't bend at the knees, don't breathe right, you're going to be off.
Yeah, and everybody's got their own routine. And
4-point game. Lincoln with the lead and the ball. Out to Paulus. Paulus kicks it over onto the other side now for Gowan. Gowan holds onto the ball. And into the sideline it goes for Bivin. Bivin to Paulus. One bounce into the lane underneath. Well, he bounced it off the bottom of the backboard, and now a foul going the other way.
I think they're going to get Hayes for the foul, and that's his
fourth.
Yeah.
Second in a row.
And we'll see Saucy enter, as Hayes was in the game for quite a while.
I haven't called Saucy's name in a while either.
Yeah, he started, but got replaced by Hayes and sat for quite a while, but in now with Hayes in foul trouble.
4:40 left to play here in this fourth quarter. It is the fifth place game.
And we have a travel.
And a travel will turn the ball back over. So every time Granite City gets the ball to try to dent that lead, they end up turning the ball over or giving up a rebound or something or fouling.
Yep, and we'll see Nelson re-enter, and I only know what he's in for.
Yep, we do know what he's in for. Paulus gets it up front, and luckily that they made it all the way to Cook. Now it comes onto the hands of Saucy, and he'll send it over to Gowan. Gowan got poked in the eye. He got poked in the eye. He's down on the ground, had to throw his hands up, and he is heading toward the bench, and a timeout called. And the referees are making Coach Alexander very upset by not blowing that whistle instantly as soon as Gowan hit the ground. Because he did. He collapsed like he got shot.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened there, but
he got poked in the eye.
Yeah, he's in quite a bit of distress as Coach Alexander will talk to his player, and we'll have a bit of a stoppage here as Gowan will get up and get checked out by Amanda Bauer, and I guess we're going to call a timeout or something, or
is it an official's timeout? No, we're not calling it a timeout. We're
going
to go back over here.
I guess he got
official
off.
with the ball is like, right here, man. Come over here.
All right, well, I mean, I guess he got off the floor. I think they're going to bring Bivin in to replace him, and we'll press on regardless.
Inbound pass comes in from Paulus to Bivin. Gets it all the way up to Saucy. Into the corner now for Cook. Back out onto the wing. There is a drive by Bivin. No one stopped him at all. No one got in his way at all.
Yeah, Bivin with 6 points. This has probably been his best game of the tournament so far.
42-36. Lincoln with the lead, and a missed shot there, and a putback shot by Gross won't fall. Gross gets his own rebound, puts up a shot right in front of the free throw line, and he hits it. And it's back to a 4-point contest. 3:40 left to go here in this fourth quarter between Granite City and Lincoln. 5th place on the line. They'll bring the ball up, and the Granite City bench gets fired up. Wants a little defense. Into the corner it goes for Cook. Back out front for Nelson. Cook in front of his own bench. Gross reaching in there. He's going to get called for a foul. For Gross, that is the second.
Yeah. As Riggins will enter and Thomas will head to the bench. And Coach Moore will quickly summon Mario Brown to enter the game as well.
5th team foul for the Warriors, 6 on the board for the Railers.
As we'll see Johnny Smith head to the bench.
He had a pretty good run while he was in there.
Yeah, hasn't really gotten a ton of playing time, but gotten more.
Made the most of it that time, didn't he?
Yeah, got more today, and he's done fairly well for himself.
Here is Polis over onto the wing. Bivin. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Gross. And it'll stay down at that end of the court. .312 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 42-38.
Let's see Thomas re-enter as Longstreet will have a little bit of a break.
Pretty sure this is the most points that Lincoln scored in this tournament, isn't it? They only scored 24 in the win.
Yeah, 35 against. Yeah, 35 against Alton, 30 against Quincy, and
24 against Madison.
Yeah.
There's a drive, and Cook makes it count off the glass. 44-38, 6-point lead for Lincoln.
Yeah, Cook with 11 points now.
Here comes Granite City, and they bring it up in the form of Tyreek Thomas. Yarborough yelling at Mario, get over here.
He's like, Mario. And then Coach Moore was like, Mario, come here.
Yeah.
He'll, they're going to run
Yarborough for 3 off the fat part of the iron, and I don't think that was going to count anyway.
No, they're going to get Riggins for a foul. They were trying to run like a double screen action along the baseline for the three-pointer, but they're going to get Riggins with a moving screen, and that's his third foul, and both teams now with 6 for the half.
There is Paulus. Paulus brings the ball up and never entered the front court, so no violation. Into the corner for Cook, and then back to Paulus. Paulus with 2:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 6-point lead by Lincoln. And a dribble drive, kicked out, and a whistle on the opposite side of the court. They're going to call Riggins.
That's 4. We'll see Longstreet re-enter as...
And he's still holding that right wrist.
As Brown will head to the bench.
He holds that right wrist on his hip so it doesn't bounce up and down when he runs, so you know something's wrong with him.
Yeah, as we'll see Bivin head to the free throw line, and
he'll rattle it out.
And 1-1.
Okay, so Granite City
yeah,
with a chance here, down by 6, 2 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. There is a pass all the way out and a three-point try that tips off of the rim, and it's going to go. Whoa, nice save over there by Thomas, and he saved it to the wrong guy, though, and now a foul is going to be handed out to Yarborough, I believe.
Yes. And that's his second, but again, it'll be 1-on-1 for the Rail Splitters. Specifically, Elijah Polis.
Amanda Bauer is still down there checking on Gowan's eye. He must have took a full finger into that eye then.
Yeah.
Usually if it's just a accidental poke, after a while it goes away, and I'm sure it will. And at the free throw line, Polis hits one of his free throws, and with 1:52 left, his team now has a 7-point lead.
We'll see Smith re-enter as Riggins will head to the bench after a little bit of confusion.
And with all of his teammates behind him, Polis up at the free throw line, hits both. 8-point lead. So more work cut out for the Granite City Warriors. They'll go to work instantly. Smith with a three-point shot that misses the mark. Polis, he comes up with the rebound. Tries to get away from everybody wearing black and red, trying to avoid a foul. He cuts through the lane into the corner for Cook. Out front now, Saucy over on the wing for Nelson. Nelson gets it to Polis, and Polis will be shoved from behind by Gross, and Gross will pick up another foul.
Yeah, Gross having a solid game, as we'll see Saucy enter. Or not sure who went to the bench. Or actually, I guess that was just a high five, and Saucy was just standing over there as Pulse will shoot another 1-1.
94 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter, and that miss is a rebound for Granite City. And into the corner it goes for Yarborough. Yarborough dribbles outside the lane, and he is fouled, so he will head to the line for two.
That'll be on Saucy or Cook. It'll be on Cook, I think. Yeah, and that's 3 on Peyton Cook, and Yarborough will shoot 2, so that was a shooting foul.
Yarborough misses. He's shooting 2.
Yeah,
I'm shooting 2, man. I'm shooting 2.
Yes, it would be the 1-1, but that was a shooting foul.
It was.
Brown will re-enter, and Smith will head to the bench, and the Warriors
I just like the way he said it. I'm shooting 2. You pick up a little bit when you're this close to the play, and we're right above the basket that Yarborough is shooting at. I can see him through the glass of the backboard. That's how close I am, and that one rattles out as well. Same result, but
nice play by Brown.
Yeah. And that's tipped away, and now a loose ball is picked up by Nelson, and a foul will be handed out to Longstreet.
That's his 4th. He's going to lay there for a minute.
I'm just going to lay here for a minute, speaking of naps.
That's that'll send Nelson to the line, and that'll be 2, as that is the 10th.
See how he's not even swinging the arm back and forth when he walks? It's a natural movement when you walk to put your arms back and forth, and he's holding that right one down by his side. He doesn't want to move it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely something bothering him there, but
yeah, I would imagine he's probably have a sprained wrist, and he'll know a little bit more about that when he wakes up tomorrow, and he'll be like, "What? Ow!" Nelson at the free throw line hit his free throw, and if he hits the next one, it'll be a 10-point lead for Lincoln with just 1:18 left. And he does.
Nelson looked into the crowd for that one.
There is Yarborough, kicks it outside and over to Smith. Into the corner, and Longstreet gets fouled again, and he's like, man, that hurt.
Yep. Foul will be on Saucy. That'll be his first, as Longstreet will make his way over to take his shots, as Longstreet will shoot 1-1.
Might be doing it left-handed. He is not moving that arm very much at all. He's going to have to if he's a right-handed shooter, that's for sure.
I believe he is.
He was last time when he was up there, and I think as the time goes on, the more the pain starts to set in. Takes a deep breath, couple of bounces, bends at the knees, and he has that pain look of grimace on his face, and he misses. Rebound belongs to Granite City. They have a hard time just trying to get it out of a double team, and then over to Yarborough for 3. That misses the mark. We have under a minute to play, and into the stands goes Longstreet. Man, you know what? You better take it easy there, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's conveniently, there's a stairwell there in the...
Yeah, he was lucky, or else he would have been jumping over people.
Yeah, and those stairs hurt when you jump into them.
Yeah, especially if you
Not like it was in the days of yore with those old wooden bleachers.
The days of yore, is that what you just said?
Well, yeah, the days
of yore.
Even though that was, I don't know, what, 5-6 years ago when they put the new floor in and redid the lower bleachers.
Thought you were talking back, back in the Renaissance days or something.
Well, no.
At the free throw line, Polis once again, 10-point lead, and he's trying to expand it. And he will not on that throw. He'll have one more coming his way with 54.5 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter of this fifth-place game, and it looks like Lincoln will walk out of here with a fifth-place finish. And they now extend that lead to 11.
As Smith will re-enter, and Longstreet will stay in the game, talk to the referee for a second. And
into the corner it goes, and here comes Yarb. Whoa.
That was deflected by Cook to the gentleman sitting there filming the game just behind the Granite City bench.
So after this, we have the 9th place game, the 3rd place game, and the championship game. 3 more games left, and then this tournament will come to a close. Out to Gross. Gross steps outside the line to shoot a three-pointer, and he missed it. And Lincoln with the rebound with 30 seconds left. Here is Polis, and we'll have a whistle, and we'll have a foul handed out once again to Granite City, and I believe that one will belong to Tariq Thomas.
Looks like it will. That'll be his second. I think we'll see. Yeah, it looks like Coach Moore will empty his bench a bit, as we'll see Huerta and Elijah Grady enter into the game.
Polis back to the free throw line. He's been up there a number of times here in this fourth quarter, and he's hit the majority of his shots.
And Longstreet will end the game, and he's giving all the high fives left-handed. He's going to talk to the coaches.
Amanda Bowers all the way down at the other end of the court looking right at him. She knows he's hurt. Oh!
And there's a
Yarborough charge, yeah. He just kind of ran right into Biven.
The Christian Novi, the other trainer employed by Collinsville District, is here, but looks like Amanda Bauer will make the trek from
the Lincoln bench to the Granite City bench. And at the midcourt stripe, Polis will dribble this one out. Lincoln will win this one by a final score of 51-38. And Lincoln picks up 5th place, and Granite City is relegated to 6th place. It is time for the dinner break. We're not back on until 4:30, man. We have over an hour and a half of a dinner break. That's kind of nice. And we'll be back at 4:30 with the 9th place game, also known as the Consolation Championship between Altoff and Rockford East. And until that time, everybody enjoy your dinner break. We'll be back in a little bit on the KHOK Sports Network.